Furi. Just the name of the game invokes the idea of anger. Not surprising that it's one of the main characters' driving emotions behind his actions. I mean, Furi starts out with you getting tortured. You're gonna kill me? You're gonna kill me? Ooh, this guy's gonna... Oh, you piece... I'm gonna kick this guy's ass. Then you break out of jail so that you can run a sword through the man who tortured you. Now, if that at all sounds appealing to you, then you're gonna love Furi. So, what is Furi exactly? Well, in a nutshell, think a la Cuphead, your typical boss rush, with narrative-driven sequences in between to give your hands a goddamn break. The amount of buttons I had to press to stay alive in this game, this game gave me carpal tunnel. Seriously, if we were looking at a difficulty scale of Elmo the video game and pick an easy mode versus balls to the wall difficult, well, I'm sure it's no surprise Furi's out here putting your balls to the wall. This game is nuts. But the game just keeps you coming back for more. I never got super frustrated while playing Furi, and Furi can be surprisingly forgiving at times because of the masterfully crafted system these boss fights take place in. Let me explain what I mean by that. It's kind of like an anime, right? Think Dragon Ball Z or some other show where some guy fires a big ass blast and goes, "Did I get him?" And there's a big cloud of smoke and then dun dun dun, what do you know, he's still A-okay. Furi's kind of like that. You can be getting your ass handed to you, falling all over the place, but you got 3 lives within any given boss fight. The bosses' lives vary, but they also have a limited number of lives. Bosses have different phases depending on what life they're on. So, say you got the boss on phase 2, or he's on his 3rd life or whatever, and you end up dying. He's sitting there going, I got his ass, this man's going back to jail. But then, I'm still in the game, baby, I got 2 lives left. But that doesn't mean you start the fight all the way over. The boss recovers whatever damage you may have dealt during that phase, but stays on his 3rd life. So you basically get a do-over of that phase. On top of that, if you successfully beat this phase this time around, not only does the boss lose another life, you get 1 life back and recover your health fully as well. This is a huge reason for why Furi is such a masterpiece for me. These boss fights can take a serious amount of time as a result of this system. And honestly, victory feels all the sweeter because of that. Thankfully, I didn't die too many times, but I can imagine how much it would suck to be on the last phase of a boss, then die 3 times and oh, you gotta start all over. But thankfully, Furi's soundtrack, just keeps me coming back for more. I just love the music. If the music wasn't as good, I don't think I would have enjoyed losing as much. Let's get a little bit into how the combat works too. You got 2 main ways to damage any given boss, your sword or your laser gun. For some bosses, you'll need to be exclusively using the laser gun, and for others, you'll need to rely on your sword or a combination of both. Every boss is different, so you need to go into each fight with a strategy in mind. The gameplay itself is very fast-paced. 1 minute, you'll be parrying attacks a la Dark Souls, and the next you'll be playing Ikaruga, trying to just narrowly get through all these bullets and wave attacks. Thankfully, there are ways to recover health during boss fights that are pretty generous, as they should be, because like I said, you'll be getting hit often in this game. Parrying enemy attacks recovers a bit of your health as well, and there are also health orbs that occasionally appear on the field, and you recover your health fully in between boss phases. Now, like I said, that may seem pretty generous on the surface, but ooh, I shudder to think what Furi would have been like without all these options for healing. Even the story itself, as simple as it is actually very intriguing. You're only trying to break out of confinement after all, and all these bosses are fighting you to try to keep you in, so naturally you have to kill them, right? But damn, Furi kind of makes you feel bad for killing some of these people. There's this one boss who talks to his son right before he comes to face us, giving us the anime speech. I have people I need to protect, and that's where my power comes from. You're just a loner. And then 1 sword through his stomach later. I'm like, alright, this game definitely wasn't made by Japanese developers. Sora over here. My friends are my power. Shut the hell up. You get your ass beat in this world. Another boss implores you to stay, saying that she'll take care of you and only decides to attack when you try to walk off and escape. Something eerie is definitely going on here if you couldn't already tell by the guy with a friggin' rabbit head following you around. And then the game's ending, not gonna lie, had my mouth to the floor. It's not like some huge revelation or any big twist happens even necessarily. In fact, not a single word gets spoken in the ending. But Furi's ability to deliver a phenomenal ending just by me walking around the overworld speaks volumes in and of itself. And that's without the little extra boss they throw in at the end to bring everything full circle, which, to be honest, I didn't find as cool. I feel like that could have been left out of the game. I didn't care for it. But it is pretty cool to see the dialogue that once didn't make any sense at all before you beat the game. Once you start over, it's like, oh, that's why this guy's saying that, and it all just kind of makes sense. It all ties into the game's ending. So there is some replay value here for those of you interested and for those of you that really get invested in the world of Furi. That's as far as I'll say in this little retrospective, because all you people watching, if you haven't played Furi yet, you already know what you should be doing. The soundtrack, the fights, the bosses, if I had to give Furi a number, I'd give the game an 11 out of 10, and honestly, it should be a 12. Like this video if you get that reference. Okay guys, what did you all think of Furi? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always guys, like, subby, subscribe, or I'm gonna be furious with you.